There's going to be shading. Yeah. So this works the same way, except you're not going to say one specific number. You're going to be shading a bunch of different numbers. Okay. So let's say I'm going to graph. Brett, can you turn around? Y is less than or equal to x plus 4. Where am I going to start that graph? 4. Tyler, what's my slope on this one?
Not 4.
Nope, the number in front of the x.
I said not 4.
Okay. So what number's in front of the x?
1. Y.
What number is here? What number is supposed to be there?
1.
A 1.
Yeah, 1. I said that.
So 1 over 1 is my slope. So that tells me to go up 1 over 1. What else could I do if I run out of room here?
Go down 1.
Could go down and to the left. Good. Down and to the left. Is this going to be a dotted line or a solid line? Remember to look out for that.
Solid.
Solid, because there's an equal bar. Okay. Brett, which side of the line am I going to shade? Yep, below. It's the, if it's less than, that's underneath the line. So I'm going to shade all of this. And make your shading nice and big, make it fill up the graph, because what you're going to be looking for is overlap in the shaded areas. Where does my next graph start?
0.
0. Yep, this is really a y-intercept of 0. Okay. James, where does that slope tell me to go?
-2.
So that tells me to go where from here?
-2.
Down 2 and
Over 1.
over 1.
Can you go up 2 and to the left 1?
Yep, you could also go up 2 into the left one. Yeah, you sure could. Okay, this is also going to be a solid line because there's an equal bar. And this time, you're going to see that these kind of cross at a weird spot, but you don't really care about the crossing point here. Okay, the answers to these are a little bit different. Which side am I shading?
The left.
Top or bottom?
Bottom.
This is greater than, so where the red line is, I don't know if you can see the difference in the
Do the
colors.
top.
You're shading above that. So I'm
Right
shading
there.
all of this.
What?
So everywhere above that line I just drew. Do you see how there's like 4 sections of my graph? There's like 4 V's here. And one of them got shaded twice. Do you see like this whole region got double shaded? What I usually do then is go back to that section with my pencil or with a pen or something and darken it in.
I can't do that.
You can just color with your pencil a little darker or something. But you want something to show that like that's your region, that's your answer. Okay, so you just show your answer by darkening in the region that gets double shaded. And all of the points in there are solutions. So instead of just having one solution this time, you have lots of them. So then you'll see the directions up here said identify 2 points that are solutions to the system. Somebody give me a point that would be a solution.
Oh,
Go ahead, James.
2, 1.
2, 1. It's hard to see where I darkened in, but 2, 1 would be right here. Does that fall in the... oh, you can't
Do
see
we
it.
have to mark them? Or
You don't have to mark them. No, you can just write them down. But I wanted you to see that that falls in that dark green section, so that is a solution.
That's
Michaela,
true.
question, or you have another one?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Couldn't 0, 0 be one because it's like got the equal bar under it?
Okay, so 0, 0 is right on the line, yes. And since it's a solid line, yes, 0, 0 would count. If that were a dotted line, it would not count. Good catch on that one. And then it says name 2 points that are not solutions. Well, if the solutions are all these here in green, where are the ones that are not solutions?
Ones that aren't
Everywhere else. All of this is not solutions. So give me one that's not a solution.
-1, -4.
Negative 4, 4. Another one.
-1, -4.
Okay, -1, -4. So let's see, -4, 4 would be right here. That's not shaded dark green. -1, -1, -4 is down here. That's technically shaded with this line, right? But it's not the double shaded. So the double shaded is our solution. Good? Let's try the next one. How am I going to start that first graph? Where am I going to start it? Okay, start at 1. Liz, where's this slope going to tell me to go? Okay, nope, it would be up 1 and then over. If we went up 1, we would go over.
Oh, over 2.
Yeah, up 1 and over 2. Up 1 and over 2. Dotted line or solid?
Solid.
Solid. What I recommend also, by the way, is that you shade these as you go. Like as soon as you draw the line, you shade it. Because some people try to wait till the end and shade all at one time, and that gets confusing.
Could you go
So-
down 1 and over 2?
You could go down 1 and left 2. Yeah. So
Or whatever, yeah.
yeah, as long as you go to the left, that would work. So here's my shading for this one. I'm shading under the line because this is less than. How would you go about graphing x plus y is less than 3? Okay, so if we subtract x, we would get y is less than negative x plus 3. So then,
It's a dotted line.
I'm starting at 3. Yep. Where's that slope telling me to go?
Down 1 over 1.
Down 1 and to the right 1. Yep. Down 1 to the right 1. This one will be a dotted line because there's no equal bar. And I'm shading which way?
Below.
Below the line. So below the purple line gets shaded. And so then again, you've got your 4 sections. And this section is the one that got double shaded. Okay, so that's what I'm going to darken in. Let's see if I have a different color here.
Wait.
Does that make sense? So all of this, oh, it's not. This whole V here gets double shaded. So somebody name me a point that's a solution.
1, 1.
1, 1, right here. Yep, that's part of the solution.
0, negative 3.
0, negative 3, right here. Yep. Name me something that's not in the solution.
4,
4,
4.
4. Yep. And one more that's not in the solution.
5,
5, 5. Sure. Okay. Let's graph some harder ones.
No.
They're really not that big.
It gets harder.
Really does. Okay. Just graphing something like this is sometimes a little tricky. So, all right, if I'm going to graph y is greater than 3x minus 4, Kaylee, where am I going to start this graph?
Negative 4.
Ne- yep. Y-intercept of negative 4. Curtis, where am I going to go from there? Looking at
3 and over 1.
good. Up 3 over 1. Up 3 and over 1. Solid line or dotted?
Dotted.
Dotted.
Doesn't matter if one line's solid and the other is not.
That's totally okay. That's going to happen sometimes. And then I'm shading up above. Okay. How do we want to graph this one? Okay. Subtract 2x. So then I would get, whoops, negative 5y greater than or equal to negative 2x. Oh, I'm going to run out of room here. Plus 20. I'm going to divide by negative 5. Now, this is an inequality, so what do I have to make sure I do?
Switch.
Yeah, if I'm dividing by a negative with an inequality, remember I have to flip the inequality symbol around. So this is going to become y is greater than or equal to 2/5 x minus, oh, I didn't flip it, did I?
No.
Whoops. Sorry, just talked about it. 2/5 x minus 4. Sorry to cram that in there on you. So my y-intercept on this one is also negative 4. Okay? And then I'm going to go up 2 and over 5. Okay. And actually, I'm short on space on this one. I could also go down 2 and over 5, which would be like down here. Is this going to be solid or dotted? Solid this time. And make sure you look at where we rewrote the equation over here. Am I shading above or below?
Below.
Below. So do you see this one's kind of hard to see, that double shaded, because
Oh,
it's sort
boy,
of
it's
off
so
the graph.
tiny.
But it is there, and that would get bigger as the graph got bigger, right? So it's really like this V in here. Okay. So somebody name me a point that's part of the solution.
Miss Trina.
Go ahead, James.
So would it be -1, 5?
-1, 5 would be up here. I
Alright,
think maybe
never mind.
-1, -5.
-1, -5. That's all right. You knew that, Miss Trina.
Of course I did. Okay, so -1, -5 would be like here. That works. Brandon, got another one? -5, -10. Yep, that would probably work. You do have to be a little bit careful when you're going off the graph
Yeah, Brandon.
because no, that one was a good one, but
That's not okay.
it is okay. Just see how this one kind of cuts over. So you would want to make sure that you didn't end up on the other side of this dotted line, wherever it would be. Okay? And then anything up here would be not a solution. Greg, give me something that's not a solution. Sure, 1, 1. Anybody, give me something else.
2, 2.
2, 2. Okay, there you go. Does that make sense?
That's all our homework is?
That is. Well, your homework